Hello my friends, welcome to the May 2021 update of the 140-gallon Acropora Dominant Reef display tank. Real quickly before we get started, I'd just like to thank everybody for all the condolences. Yeah, the last 3 weeks have been pretty tough. I don't know if it's come across in my videos. I think I'm starting to feel a bit better. And lastly, if you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost you a thing. And thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. When I was thinking about what I was going to talk about in this video, I realized I kind of let the cat out of the bag with my nitrate video. If you haven't seen that video, here is just a really simple summary. Viewers noticed that my coloration seemed a bit pale and suggested I look into dosing nitrates. I got a nitrate test kit and also bought some nitrates just in case. And they were correct. My nitrates were 0 or very close to 0. So I started dosing nitrates and lo and behold, I noticed a big difference almost immediately. With certain types of LPS, I've noticed changes in the SPS. Pieces that seem to have been dormant, they're suddenly sprouting new growth tips. So nitrates are actually really important for your tank. When I was doing the research years ago, back then, my old tank had sand and it didn't have a nitrate deficiency. So some of the things I've noticed since that video, I just want to share with you guys. If you look right in the middle there, I got that as a cherry millipora. And I've had that for over a year. It came in kind of cherry color and then it looked okay in my old tank. I think my old tank had sufficient nitrates. But in this tank, this is one of the pieces that kind of browned out and stayed dormant. I knew it wasn't dead, but I didn't realize what the problem was. And now there's color. So its coloration is coming back. It's actually a pretty nice, a brighter pink, I would say. And the other thing is, I'm not sure if we can make it out, but there's polyp extension. I'm up here in Canada. This piece up here is called Four Seasons. I'm not sure what species it is, but it didn't really have very good polyp extension and the coloration was blah. It's still pretty blah, but I'm starting to notice some coloration on it. So it seems like it may finally be coloring up. At least the polyps are out, which I didn't really notice back before I started dosing nitrates. So I didn't dose nitrates, I didn't test nitrates for a long time because based on my reading, which obviously was incomplete, I only thought that phosphates were the more important nutrient to test as it could cause RTN. Based on the changes I'm seeing, I think it's fair to say that even though most of the coral were not starving, they probably weren't getting enough to eat. So now with the nitrate dosing, I am noticing stronger colors. In fact, when I look at this video, when I look at the screen, I'm like, even on camera, the colors seem a bit stronger. And that's it. That's my update. If you're interested in the nitrate video, I strongly suggest that you check it out. I've definitely noticed changes, and I do talk about some potential signs that your nitrates could be low. Last thing I want to add with the nitrates is my montipora. Most of them have been doing okay, but again, not as happy as I've seen in the past. And I don't really pick up on that, but after dosing nitrates, the forest fire digi looks amazing. Some of my encrusting monties, where their polyps have been retracted for a long time, their polyps are back out. And they're coloring back up. So my friends, the moral of the story is all the big five are important. Well, big six. So salinity, alkalinity, I test often, calcium once in a while, magnesium once in a while, phosphates I was doing once in a while. I'm testing a bit more now because I'm concerned that my nitrate dosing could affect my phosphate levels. So I'm testing that. And then nitrates. Now we're going to go to the overhead shot, and then I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to show you guys the tank under blues. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the overhead. We're going to start at the leftmost bommy. Here's a pink Cadillac. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it has darkened up considerably. To the right of that, we have, this is a Jason Fox Jolt Tenuous. And this is something that is exclusive up in Canada. This is Reef Canada Mystique. It's a tenuous. It's not grown very well for me. Here's a really nice top-down view of the ORA Pearlberry. It's actually, from here, it's got really beautiful coloration. And to the right, we have Reef Canada Red Diablo. It reminds me a lot of PC Rainbow. Here's I think it's a Rosaria. Wheelman Corals, Mindbender. And then here's a tenuous. It's a, I don't think it has a name, but it's kind of yellow or yellowy green. And here's the Hawkins, ORA Hawkins Echinata. This is another one, MCC Denim on Denim. So I'm just waiting for it to kind of take off here. You can see at the bottom there, I've got two stylophoras, like a teal kind of rainbow one, and to the right is a purple stylo. And then we have the Bali Green Slimer. So this piece was sold to me as Killer Bee. I'm not sure what it is. It does have yellow accents on some of its coralites, especially on the newer branches. This is a Sunset Millie, Miyagi Tort, and then there is the Four Seasons that I was showing you guys earlier. Here's one I don't really talk about very often, but this is CC Purple Haze. I believe it's granulosa. And it's really started taking off finally. I think I've kind of subjected it to a lot of poor tank conditions. Here's Blue Spruce. So Blue Spruce has really benefited from the nitrate dosing. Its polyps are brighter than ever and greener than ever. And it's just really stunning right now. Strawberry Shortcake. And then we've got some acros here. I'm sorry with the lighting, I can't see all the pictures. This is CM Pacific Chaos. Here's one, Fruit Splash. It's got a lot of potential. It's browned out from, I think, a lot of stress. But I got my fingers crossed. I think it's finally coming back. This is Orange Sherbet, right in the middle there. It looks really good under blues. It's the same species as coral species, as, what's the popular one? ARC Fireworks. Here's a Green Dragon, and right to its right, you can see JF Fox Flame. It's finally colored up. It's really starting to grow out, which is really nice. Here's a Lavender Unicorn Bunnies. Once it hit that growth spurt, like it's been growing like crazy. Holy, look at that. And to the right there, it's kind of being shaded a bit, but this is Jimmy Bean. And up here in Canada, it's called Jimmy Bean. I think the original owner likens it to TSA Bill Murray. Here's another one of my favorites. I don't talk about it very much. It's finally really taking off. DV Ember Eyes. Really just nice green. And under the whiter light, the tips are a nice pink. This is the wild coral, and this is one of the pieces that kind of went dormant. Ever since I started dosing nitrates, I'm seeing new growth. So really interesting. And here's the last piece, Reef Godzilla, before we go to the final bommy. This bird's nest is just insane. It's going nuts. Real quickly under here we have, this is Pac-Man. And then at the bottom there's my Tyree Toadstool. So here's Reef Canada Rainbow Loom. If I put the lens underwater, we're not going to be able to get like the full colony top down. It's a really nice piece, really hardy, great coloration. Here's the bonsai, and then we got the organ tort. Look at how blue that is. If you haven't seen my top 5 Acropora, you should go check it out. In that video, I talked about the top 5 acros that I've owned. Here's the WWC Yellow tips. And then under there, you can see the Forest Fire Digi. Yeah, really great polyp extension now. Cali Tort. Here's a Teal Dragon. And that's pretty much it. The one in the middle there is the Locani. It's really starting to take off as well, like finally. And this is a piece, I got it as a no-name, I'm calling it Fireflies. Because that's what it reminds me of under blues. And last piece, Little Red Ferrari, WWC. Right in the middle there. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to come back and we'll look at how everything looks under just blues. Here's the last segment of this video, and this is just the tank shot under the blue LEDs. So here's the first bommy. Just FYI, my friends, I do not have any colored lenses for my DSLR camera lens. So what you're seeing here is being color corrected by the white balance. And it's definitely not perfect, but it does look pretty good. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Again, thank you for all the kind messages about Ollie. As always, please subs if you liked the video, subs if you loved the video, subs even if you didn't really like the video, but you're into reefing. I'm going to thank you in advance and have a happy Saturday. I'll see you guys next week. Take care, my friends.